This is the view from your front porch. Scoot out on this. There we go. Here's your front door. This is when you first walk in. Here is the living room. As you can see, they are aluminum. Check. This right here is from having a wood burning stove. It probably wouldn't be that hard to put back in. You also have ceiling fans. It just smells vacant in here. There's not really any strong odors. Here's your dining room area and your back door. Your back door is newer. And we'll go in the backyard in a minute. Here's that kitchen. So you can tell that they've updated some of the stuff in the kitchen. It's got nicer countertops, backsplash. You have a lot of outlets. You have 4 major outlets in here. You have a pretty deep dual sink. Let's see underneath it. Here is underneath your sink. You can see that it's got a lot of the piping. It's also got the garbage disposal. Got your dishwasher, which is hooked up to it, your refrigerator. You have your laundry room set right off, which is awesome to have. Plus, as you can see, you have plenty of space for, it's not a full pantry, but I think this is what this is used for, is a pantry. You also have a ceiling fan in your kitchen, which is different. I haven't seen that very much. Here is where your water heater sits. Here's your water softener. Here is the piping for that. Here's that water heater. Trying to get you so you can look it up if you want to. This is where you get down into the crawl space underneath the house. Now, I'm not gonna do that, because knowing me, I'd get stuck. Here is your garage. It is a 1-car garage, but it's actually a pretty nice size. As you can see, they've done some, and you can see a little bit in this corner. It's been insulated. Here's your electrical panel. It is a 200 amp. There's your garage door opener. One thing, you also have access to the backyard from the garage. Open that door. Here's that big cement pad. There's another shed. A little bit of raised gardening areas. The one thing I will say is it is backed up to a busier street. So that might be something that you might dislike, because you'll have to get used to the sound of cars. As you can see, it's got the metal roof. Probably gonna need to get that rinsed off because it looks like there's quite a bit there. Here's the gate to the front. So there's one gate here. There's a little area on the other side of that shed and another gate. Let's go back through the rest of the house. From the garage, you go into that laundry room, into your kitchen, into the dining room area. You do have a coat closet right here. I always like to check the ceilings in those closets, make sure there hasn't been any water damage that's being hidden. Here is room number 1. It's actually a good size room, but they all have the aluminum on them. Here's that bathroom. You could tell they've done a little bit more in here. It's the dual vanity. The shower has not been updated. It does have the window for ventilation, as well as the fan, plus the little cadet heater, which is great in the wintertime when it's cold. You can see it's got the GFI plugs like it needs to have. Here is probably what would be considered a master. It's a little bit bigger than the other rooms. Let's walk into that third room. This room is quite a bit smaller than the other 2 rooms. None of the bedrooms have ceiling fans in them. They all have that cadet wall heat. Here's a big linen closet. You can see there's no water damage, partially because of that metal roof. This board just needs to be re-nailed down. Let's see what the sinks underneath show. You could tell it's newer piping, and I'm pretty sure that's all because these drawers are fully accessible, not these top ones, of course. This one's also got the piping to it. The fans work. Let's check and see what the water pressure is like. So you do have pretty good water pressure. And like I said, the backyard, the only thing is it is backed onto off of Ammon Road. You do have a gate back there as well. And not as much privacy in the backyard as you would want. Right now, you'll hear the airplanes, mainly because all the crops and stuff, all the crop duster airplanes are going off right now. So, this would be the living room. And yes, the wood stove could definitely go. Honestly, you would need to replace the windows. You would need to possibly replace the water heater. It does not look that new. Here's your front. You do have the big mature trees, which I absolutely adore. But let's go check out one more spot on this side. This is the other side of your house. You can tell you do have fencing. So you'd either want to put up a little bit more privacy fencing or not. But your neighborhood is a pretty quiet, nice little neighborhood. I would say definitely not at the $290, possibly $250, possibly $240 is what I would think.